What a way to start the show. Wow, I don't think that's ever happened before. Pretty cool. Give me a second here, and we will get started. A little music, maybe? A little bit of music to start the show. A little bit of music to get us going here.
Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself.
Okay, a little bit of music here, a little bit of music, little song and dance for the trendies so they can have some fun with trendyassdabbers.com.
Security, I'm looking for you. My eyes burn, my blood is numb, 'cause you'll never learn. You'll never learn. I bleed for you. You'll never learn. I bleed for you. You'll never learn. I bleed. I bleed. Fuck you, Michelle Bachman. Fuck you. Lying and dying. You let you breathe. Bullets in from your mouth. Fuck you, fucking Levi Jeans. Fuck you, Ben Johnson. Stop hitting. Sick of your nose.
Hey Michael, hey Josh, hey Debbie, Teresa, Joshua, Christopher, Trina, Enoch, Josh, Luke, Robin, Josh, Joshua, Christopher, Teresa, Randy, Just Jay, Josh Kelly, Randall, and Larry Booth. It's going good. Hello everybody.
It starts with an L.
And that was great. So thank you for the intro. Let's get rid of that for a moment. Turn the chat on here. All right, we are good. We are set up. And Randall, Larry, Detroit, John, and Steve. Hello, everybody. Let's refresh the chat so we can get a number there. I like to know how many people I'm talking to at all times. Big shout out to Hash for giving me the idea to put up a banner. I don't know why I didn't think of it sooner. Thank you, buddy. It drives me crazy that people don't know what this website is. It's really hard to get it into people's heads, but thank you so much for the inspiration to do that. That is going to be instrumental in getting people to the website. Hey, look who's here. Okay, this door should be closed. So there's no running through there. Okay. Really excited. Steve Hart, one of the trendies, ordered a 16-ounce bottle of trendy paint oil and a fucking 4X hoodie. Nice order, huh? So I've already made his hoodie, and it's a custom hoodie. I texted him, and I was like, do you just want 2178 on the front, or you want me to put no law regarding cannabis on there? He's like, yeah, it sounds good. So I put 2178, no law regarding cannabis on the front, and then the back, I asked him, I was like, hey, you want a nay face? And he's like, yeah, put a nay face on the back. So I'm watching his back. Nice, huh? Trendy Ass Dabbers and nay face on the back. Don't you want one of these? These are fucking awesome, man. 2178. Hell yeah. Okay. Okay, so we'll just fold that up and put that over there. I'm about to go toilet paper hunting. Oh, man. What's the website? It's funny. So, yeah, that's fantastic, huh? Right? So you guys are all watching to see if your chat comes up. And look what's right there, what you got to see while you're waiting for your chat to pop up. That's great. It's a great place to put that. So, thought I was getting a headache earlier today, and it went away. It was a tension headache, but I didn't take anything for it, and it went away just now. Just all of a sudden, I just kind of felt a little hint of it. I don't know if it's gonna go away this time or not, but I had a high school teacher who would say that. Just got trampled at CVS for grabbing toilet paper. Shipping to Canada. I shipped to Canada. It is not toilet paper you need. You will just get sick with a cleaner. Hello, Nay. Hey, Rob. Hey, Vermont. Hey, guys. Hey, everybody. Cool. So, yeah, I don't know how to approach this because of the tension in my head. It's not a headache. I just like the start of one, but it's not a headache yet. So I feel okay. Okay. I'm thinking, what should I try to smoke to make that go away? And I'm thinking, maybe a dab might work for me. So let's try that first. I have smoked a headache away before. It goes against all of my senses, but you would think, I would think putting smoke in my sinuses would clog them up and make it worse. But it never seems to make a headache worse, actually. The only kind of headache that, that I ever used to get from cannabis was when I would try to smoke that resin out of my bong. Oh my goodness. And that would give me a headache. When I was younger and stupid. Hey, Roger. Yes, it is 7:10. Let's do this. Perfect timing. I didn't realize it was already 7:10. So let's get on that. No, I don't do tie-dye sweatshirts. Bob. Oh, glass of water. That's a good idea. I haven't had any water today. Keep it running. You cut down a huge dead tree, and I'm wore out. Teresa. Resin is like smoking asphalt. Teresa, it's like, all right, here we go. Okay, we're about ready here on this dabby dab. No law regarding cannabis, cannabisism, tisms for all. I am going in hot. Cheers, guys. Happy 7:10 to all of you. What's up, B? Sprayed a little bit of that sprayed a little bit of that stuff. I can't remember what it's called on my plants just now. I didn't wear breathing protection. It does make you cough. So you gotta be careful with that shit. It's got pyrithium in it, or whatever the fuck, however you say that. Pyrithium. But luckily it's just a small amount. But you have to be careful. Yeah, Christopher took his neck and shoulder pain away in a few seconds. Trendy Pain Oil works wonders. Christopher Almond, now a believer, a supporter, and endorser of Trendy Pain Oil. Hey man, ACN CBD oil. Oh, can CBD oil help with my coronavirus? Really? We got a trendy that's got coronavirus? Are you fucking kidding me? I don't fucking believe it. I told you guys we were going to get it. I told you there was enough of us. I was like, there's over 35 of us. I was like, I know that's bad because that means if 35 of us get it, one of us is going to die, right? Holy shit, man. Dad, are you serious? You got fucking coronavirus? You're the first person I personally know that got it. I don't personally know you, but I mean, that I'm in contact with. No, I don't think CBD oil would help with your coronavirus at all. But I don't know. I don't know anything about CBD oil. Lovely government has never allowed us to do a lot of, testing on it, so I don't know. I wish I knew. All I know is what I... Shit, the corona, dude, I still have a tiny bit left. Oh no, dude, the first corona trendy. Yeah, are you being serious? Harry? That's crazy, man. It's like your lungs are filling with water. Holy shit, man. I don't fucking believe it. Do you want something? The cat's looking at me like he wants me to feed him. In the window over there. Psh, unreal. Oh, now he's knocking shit over. He's really trying me. Here, let me see if he's got food. Do you have food, you little piece of shit? Because I'm sure that was intentional. Oh, he's out of food. Oh. Okay, well, let's get you some then. Come on. Come get some. Here, in fact, let's feed everybody. Let's feed everybody. Rogan, too. Come on, Rogan. You want to eat, buddy? Come here, Rogan. Come here, Rogan. There you go. Rogan just loves it when somebody comes near him when he's trying to eat his food. He loves that shit. He's like, come. He's like, you give him his food, and I'm like, okay, who wants some of Papa Bear? He's like, fucking bring that shit. He looks around. He looks at Harley, looks at me, he looks at his food, he looks back at Harley. He's like, try me, motherfucker. Just try me. He's got the cutest little expression on his face, though, because he's still a puppy, but, oh, man, you can see the seriousness. All right, quarter of the hour, Cannabisism, Tisms for All. No law regarding cannabis. I want to give a big shout-out to Steve Hart on that order today. 16 ounces of trendy paint oil, and 16 ounces is huge. And he got a big 4x4X hoodie, man. Custom hoodie. He's got a custom hoodie. And his custom hoodie makes me want to redesign the hoodie now. I don't like the way it was. I was looking at the hoodie that he ordered, and I'm like, I don't like that. It just says $21.78 on the front. I mean, I want more. So I asked him. He's like, yeah, do what you got to do. So we should just block Wes, huh? Yeah, Wes, we're just going to block you. See? All right. No law regarding cannabis. Cannabisism, Tisms for All. Cheers, everybody. Happy 7:10. I mean, happy quarter of the hour. We got 4:20 in just a second. I'm a modern day Gandalf. Sounds like I have a touch of the corona, doesn't it? Where's all my World of Warcraft bitches at? Wow, 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 wow. I remind you of Carrie King. Oh, you are too kind. You are too kind. They usually go for the singer, not the guitar player. Here, wait. I have to be a little more Cro-Magnon-ish to be the singer of Slayer. I have to go for the flat brow. The Cro-Magnon look. The angry Cro-Magnon look. When I go to the bar, they ask me if I'll come down there and play, but no, I haven't gone down in a while. They do love me down there. The owners. Look at how aggressive Rogan's being. Oh, happy 420. I just got over the dab. Happy 420. Let's take another slab. Come on down. Let's get real high. We're going to smoke plenty with the trendies tonight. Tuh. All right, so. Let me get my breath back and we'll do 420. Happy 420, everybody. No law regarding cannabis. Cannabis is all fit. Cheers. I need a fan blowing my beard. How about I just direct it like it's being blown? How about that? Wind blown effect. Whoosh. Like my trendy paint oil. The wind blown effect. Whoosh. Trendy paint oil. Available at trendyasdabbers.com. Okay, so. We're going with the orange ooze flower. The orange ooze flower. They're having a little play war, the two of them. All right, happy 420, everybody. Cheers. What's in the oil? 98% coconut oil, 1% peppermint oil, and 1% heat-activated decarboxylated THC oil, cannabis THC oil, just a small amount. And that, my friends, the stuff you see right here that's accumulating in my dab rig, see that oil right there? That's all you need to make my trendy paint oil. You're welcome. All right, cheers, everybody. Yeah, I braided my beard the other day. We just did that. It was kind of fun. Oh my God. What a bully. Such a bully. no law regarding cannabis. Trendy as dabbers.com. Trendyasdabbers.com. Animals fighting. Animals fighting. Pit fighting. Cat versus dog. Brought to you by trendyasdabbers.com. Cat versus dog. Brought to you by Trendy Pain Oil and the people who love you at trendyasdabbers.com. The cat's vicious, bro. The cat's like when the dog goes rolling. I love it. He plays right into it, you know, he loves to just play along. He acts like, he got me. He's like when kids are playing, you know, cops and robbers, and it's like, oh, you got me. What's the cat called? His name's Harles. I call him Harlesworth. Harlesworth, but his name is Harley. Harley Davidson. He's about to jump up on that countertop again. He's about to exercise his escape route. He's got himself a little escape route. He's tricky like that. He's a tricky dude. He's a tricky... Oh. Boom. Fall back. Fall back into full defensive position. Exposing the claws. Oh, nipping at the feet. Oh, nipping at the leg. Bringing down the prey. Swatting at him. This is how Rogan has such quick reflexes now. And I put my hand in front of Rogan's face, he can grab my fingers so fast. If people try to fuck with him, he's going to be so fast. Look at him. I thought that Rogan was going to kill the cat when he was younger. He was so aggressive and frustrated. I was like, man. But he's just so gentle and he's so sweet with the cat. I mean, they fight like this, but it's all fun and they're both having a good time. And the cat doesn't like it, he can walk away. He's like right now, he's got a little escape. He's got little escaper out there. They're so cute. I love them. Oh, you like that SKS? It's a personal defense weapon. I like it too. Reach out and touch someone. Reach out, call up to just say hi. Reach out and touch someone. With the SKS, you can reach out. Yeah! You guys like my song? I like that. I like that term. You can reach out and touch someone with that. Why does dogs do that and like to put their butt or side to the attacker? There's a dominance move and a control maneuver, okay? The dog will use its weight, right, to push on and to put pressure on somebody else or something else, and will wear whatever they're playing with, wear them out by just bumping up against them. And if you've ever seen Greco-Roman style wrestling, where guys are in close contact and they're basically doing that, they're using each other's weight and they're trying to tire the other person out. It's very similar. It's almost like that's where they got the idea from, because these animals do that. They'll just keep banging into him and keep banging into him and keep banging into him and keep banging into him. You know, he'll step on him and fall on him and sit on him and do everything he can to just wear the cat out. You know, so it's like almost like lazy fighting. You know, using your weight on your opponent, wearing on them. Yeah, I think people got it from watching Animals, personally, because he does it. He's done it since he was a little puppy. He uses his weight to his advantage like that. And so cute. And you look at him, you're like, no, don't do that. And he's like, he just stops. He does not like to be told what to do at all. He's just like me. And when he's on the leash, you can't pull him. I mean, without... Okay, I'll explain it. You can't pull him in the direction that he doesn't want to go without having to drag him across the ground. I mean, he won't fall on his side and be dragged, but his feet will lock into the ground, and I'm strong enough that I can literally just pull him. And he's not going to help. He's not going to help at all. I've worked and I've worked and I've worked with him. He is getting better. But even today, our biggest problem are trees. You know, he'll go down the hill, and I don't want to go down the hill because every time I go down the hill, I got to come back up it. So I try to stay where I'm at. He'll go down, and then I'll have him come back up. If we're walking in one direction, he goes down the hill, and there's like a small tree in the way, say a 20-footer, and he goes around it, then I stop, and I shorten the leash and pull him back around it. He hates that. He wants to go to the left around the tree. But I'm like, I'm not going down there. So I pull him around, and then he goes back to where he was, but he goes around the tree. I'm trying to get him to learn that I don't want to get the leash stuck on trees, you know, when we're walking. And I don't think he is completely aware of that. Completely aware of it. What you got, Rogan? What you got, buddy? What you got, Rogan? What you got? Oh, head tension's gone. I totally forgot about it, man. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Aaron. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, Corona is a little deadlier and a little more proliferated. There is a speed up. So all of the day's totals aren't in yet. Today's the 14th. But it went from 7,000 in a day. It went from 5,000 a day, 5,000 cases a day around the world, to then it was 2,500 in a day, and then it was 16,200 cases reported in a single day. That was yesterday. And now, as of today, and the day's not over yet, we're already at 11,600. So, less than 5,000 more cases to go, and we've where we were yesterday. And if it's exponential, so far it's been exponential. So, God, I don't know how fucking reporters do that shit. You know, I don't know how, you know, I guess I understand Don Lemon more than any other reporter out there, because, you know, he'll be reporting on some shit and it'll piss him off and he'll get angry and he'll start fucking ranting and raving about it. I understand that. All these other fuckers, man, I don't get them, man. How could you report on something like this and not just lose your shit like I just did? I literally instinctively covered my face for a second, because it's so shockingly devastating. It hits you so hard so quickly. You know, you're not supposed to be scared. You're not supposed to be upset about this. I'm going to brush that virus right out of my beard. I'm going to brush that virus right out of my beard. I'm going to brush that virus right out of my beard. I'm going to brush that virus right underbrush. Brush that virus right out of my beard. I'm going to wear my mask. I'm going to go around town. Hey, I got my gloves on. I'm going to pull the chin down and wear it right. I'm going to press the nose wire so it holds real tight. I'm going to brush that virus right out of my beard. It's time to tuck that virus right out of my beard. It's always a good time to tuck. Hey, man, nothing wrong with being a good tucker. Nothing wrong with being, you could tie your hair back. You could tuck. Look at this. You could do all this. Look at this. You can do all this. You can tie your hair back, man. You can tuck your beards in, gentlemen. You can tuck your beards in. You can wear some gloves for helping yourselves there. All you need to do is just a couple of things. It doesn't take a lot of. It doesn't take a lot. It takes 1 second to do all what I just did. Just to be a little bit less of a germ catcher. Yeah, let them come to the festival. I see your comment now. Listen, this is what you guys need to do. All right? Isolate as much as possible. Okay, isolate as much as humanly possible. I've been telling you guys for years to store up stuff and get food and get all the necessities in case the grid goes down today. You know, it could happen today, whatever, right? I've been warning you and telling you, do this, do this, do this, do this. All of you who've done it, who've been listening to me, that watch me, and you're like, yeah, I'm going to do what Nate's saying. I'm going to get some rice and stock up on things and whatever. Hey, now you can stay home and chill, you know? You don't have to worry about it. Because you've got all a favorite seed bank. Green Meds, I use Gorilla Seed Bank from the UK. Good question. Gorilla Seed Bank UK. Just isolate and party with me. Hey, I'm here to keep you company and make you laugh, and we'll do it at least 3 times a day, and I'll try to extend the shows when I feel up to it. And, you know, it would help if I would drink a lot of water, I'm sure. Let me get some water. If Waterman was here, he'd say, drink more water. You need more water. So, let's see if I've got any refrigerated water. Oh, I do. Look at this. This might help right here. Kitty cat wants to go outside again. Cat, watch your tail. Cat's tail's to the door. Get your tail out of the door, you fucking idiot. What are you trying to do? You trying to go outside? How about no? How about my water, man? God. Good. Good. So you've all learned that you're able to survive something like this when you have to. And that's what it's all about. And now it's time to isolate and party. Isolate and party. Isolate and party. Isolate and party. What else is there to do but isolate and party? And as I was saying, I'm trying to be here for you. You know, so you guys got somebody to hang out with 3 times a day, keep you company, and help you through the days while you're isolating, hopefully, and not going around too much because you don't want to catch this fucking thing. Not necessarily because it would kill you, but because you might give it to other people, you know? So if you don't have it, then you don't have to worry about your whole circle of people that you'd worry about infecting, you know? At least from you. one of them might have it. That was my other thing. That's why I didn't want to let Rogan out, because he'd go over and that somebody could put that virus right on his back, and he'd come. I got my hands all over him all the time. I could get it right from my dog. Not even from him contracting it, just from him having it on his fur. You know? Looks like I'll be smoke free for. Well, now what a great excuse to quit smoking cigarettes, Blake. I just smoke more cannabis. I would too, Kirk. Exactly. Exactly. I just got influenza B and have to stay away from everyone for 3 to 4 days. They said, so I don't get the Rick. You know what? It's funny when you say I just got influenza B, and it sounds like you say I just got influenza B, like you just call everybody B. Yo, B, I just got influenza B. Christopher Allman, Bernie is live now. Bernie Sanders is live. I'm sure he's discussing the corona. I'm sure he's discussing the corona. Let me pull that up for y'all. Hey, let me do that stuff for you.
Suffering through no fault of their own. Nobody caused this coronavirus, which is sweeping the world. And we are going to do everything we can to protect ordinary people. What does that mean? It means that we have got to make certain that people continue to have the income that they previously had. All right? That means you extend and expand unemployment benefits to cover everybody, and a lot of people in this country are not covered by unemployment benefits, but they're going to lose their jobs. They need income, and that income has got to be 100% of what they previously received. It means that we have to make certain that people do not see their credit scores go way, way up because they're late in paying their credit card bills. They're not getting foreclosed because they can't afford to pay their mortgages. So we have to make sure that people are not penalized, and what could be permanently. If your credit scores go up, it's going to impact your credit rating.
Or down in this case.
Or down, right, well, the numbers go, yeah, you're right, but down in this case. It's going to impact your future economic life. So, bottom line is that in an unprecedented healthcare and economic crisis, we have got to respond through our government, state, local, and federal, most importantly, in an unprecedented way to protect the working people of this country. And let us not forget, for one moment, which we often do, that half of our people are living paycheck to paycheck, that we have 2 million people behind bars tonight, what's happening to them and their families, that we have 500,000 people sleeping out on the streets, and then we have people under enormous economic stress. And now is the time for the federal government to say, you didn't cause this crisis.
Virginia got a death.
It's not because you're drinking too much. This is because of
Can you guys hear him okay?
Which is sweeping the world.
Because I can turn it up.
We are going to protect you, not just the rich and large corporations.
He's low talking.
It's certainly true that the pandemic is enlightening people, I think, across the nation about the need for all of us to be in this together. You would argue, and I've heard you say a few times, that this should be a moment for us to learn the lessons of transforming our healthcare and economic system so that we don't revisit these kinds of problems again. We are going to have epidemics or these kinds of pandemics in an era of climate change. We worry that these kinds of things may happen more frequently. The only way to deal with them is not episodically, but rather transformationally.
Right. I mean, if you had a rational healthcare system, people throughout the country would not be worrying about whether or not they can afford the tests or the treatment. They'd go to if you had a rational healthcare system, we would have far more doctors than we have right now. You would not have hospitals in many parts of this country, in rural America, closing down. I worry.
You guys want to see their chat?
In Boston, probably the most sophisticated medical city.
Check
in
this
America.
out.
People are having a difficult time finding where to get their treatment. What happens if you're in the middle of a rural area where there is not a hospital 100 miles near where you are? That's why we need a rational healthcare system designed to provide healthcare to all, not huge profits for the drug companies and the insurance companies. And by the way, this crisis is making people more than aware of that. And then you go to another issue. This is the wealthiest country in the history of the world. We don't even produce the face masks that we need right now, medical masks that we need. We're not producing the rubber gloves that doctors and others need. We're not producing the ICU units that we need, the ventilators that we need. We don't have enough doctors and nurses and medical personnel. God knows we have more than enough people to tell us that we're late in paying our insurance bills or that we didn't get covered for what we thought we paid for. But we don't have enough doctors. What does that say about the system?
We would like to encourage you to submit your questions. Our social media team is standing by, so please make sure you employ social media, tweet them. We'd like to see some of your questions, and before we get to them, maybe one senator that I'll tee up for you that I'm sure is on the minds of a lot of people, which is you're going to have a debate, the first one-on-one debate with Joe Biden tomorrow night. What are some of the issues that you're hoping will come up in the course of that debate? What is it that you want?
Well, I'm looking forward to this debate for a number of reasons. Not the least of which it's a two-person debate. I have a real problem, as I think many Americans do,
Yo,
with
Jeffrey.
debates that turn into food fights when you have 7 to 8 people up there or more yelling and screaming
God,
and trying
Billy.
to get the soundbite of the night that the media will pick up on. I think in a 2-hour debate with 2 people, we can explore some of the real issues facing this country. And, some of the issues that come to mind in terms of what I will be pushing tomorrow night. Whether or not the moderators, I should tell you, are interested in these issues, these are the issues I will be pushing. It's a little bit of what we've talked about right now. How does it happen that in the richest country in the history of the world, half of our people are living paycheck to paycheck, when the very, very rich are seeing a huge increase in their wealth?
Press
we don't
number
talk about
one
it in
if you live
Congress.
paycheck to paycheck
We don't talk about it in the media.
or
I'm gonna ask
government
Joe
check to
Biden.
government
Joe's
check. Press number
been
one.
part of the establishment for a very long time. Joe, what role have you played in trying to make sure that we end this massive level of income and wealth inequality where 3 people own more wealth than the bottom half of America? Now, to me, that is obscene. We don't talk about it on the media, that's for sure. We don't talk about it in Congress. But when you talk about instability in a nation, how do you have stability when so few have so much and so many are in desperate economic shape? Then we got to talk about our national priorities. And my question will be to Joe, will you continue to support tens and tens of billions of dollars a year in tax breaks and subsidies for the fossil fuel industry when the scientists are telling us that it is fossil fuel which is destroying, through climate change, our country and the entire world? What ideas do you have? I believe in the Green New Deal. I believe we can create up to 20 million jobs transforming our energy system away from fossil fuel and moving to energy efficiency and sustainable energies. What do you think? Is there really a moderate approach when the scientists are telling us we need drastic action now if we're going to save the planet? In terms of other issues out there, Joe Biden, who is a friend of mine and a very decent person.
Stop saying that.
Joe has received campaign contributions from at least 60 billionaires.
Well, then he's not a
Yes,
decent
super bad.
person.
There are other super PACs out there that are attacking us every single day, coming from the healthcare industry and coming from the Wall Street end of the
Well, then this is why you're gonna lose, bro.
Joe, do you really think you're gonna gain the confidence of the American people, the excitement that you need in order to defeat Trump, who is clearly the most dangerous president in modern American history? Are people gonna believe that you're gonna stand with the working families of this country when you are so dependent for your funding on billionaires and super PACs that are funded in undisclosed ways by the wealthiest people in this country? My question to Joe Biden will be, Joe, you got 45 million people dealing with student debt today. You voted for the Wall Street bailout. Are you gonna vote to bail out the tens of millions of people now who are struggling with student debt? Are you supportive of our efforts to make public colleges and universities tuition free? Are you supportive of our efforts to, in a very significant way, move forward with the wealth tax and progressive taxation in this country so that the wealthy start paying their fair share of taxes? What are we gonna do about mass incarceration in America and the racism that exists in our criminal justice system? What are we gonna do about a totally broken immigration system and the need to end the terror that communities all over this country are experiencing when undocumented people are seeing raids coming from ICE and other federal agencies? So there's a lot to be discussed, but what I'm gonna do tomorrow, look, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, is this the 10th debate that we're having? 11 debates. So I've been through a lot of these, and I was through debates in 2016. And, the questions that the media asks are always relevant questions. They're important, but they're not the most important questions. And tomorrow, with just two people, I'm gonna demand that we discuss the most important questions, which have a lot to do with power structure in America. That's not even a phrase that will ever appear in the media. What does it mean, power structure? Who has the power? What does it mean when a handful of billionaires can exert enormous power over the political process in this country? And we're seeing this today in this campaign. What does it mean when a handful of billionaires can determine whether jobs stay here in America, or they end up going to China or to Mexico, or to countries where people are working for starvation wages? And we gotta talk about that. And if we don't want an economy and a government controlled by the few, what is the process by which we create a really democratic, and I use that with a small d, a democratic society? What role should workers be able to play? If you work for a large corporation, are you nothing more than a cog in a machine? Or should workers in the unions have representation on the boards of directors of these large corporations? So there's a lot to be discussed, and I think for the first time, actually, in a two-person discussion over a 2-hour period, we can really begin to talk not only about the coronavirus, which we must, about the crisis facing our economy today, which we must talk about, but also how we got to where we are and where we want to go.
Well, hope you'll all tune in. It'll be on CNN tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. I'm sure it'll be streamed online as well, so please make sure to check that out. Please submit your questions. We're taking them. Senator, I'll throw the first one to you from a gentleman named Rob L. Rob asks, what kind of effect will the coronavirus have on people that are homeless and sleeping outside?
Rob, man, thank you very much for that question, Rob. And all of us have got to start thinking about these things. If you are homeless, if you are dealing with a mental illness, if you're dealing with an addiction, what's going to happen to you? Are you going to get the nutrition, the food that you need? If you get sick, how do you access the health care that you need? So what Rob is talking about are what happens to the most vulnerable. I'm not just talking about working people in general. People are losing their jobs. That is a major crisis. He's talking about the most vulnerable. And you can go right now into prisons and think about that.
Undocumented.
Undocumented people in detention centers. Right now, you turn on the TV, it says, if you are a senior, if you're old, stay home. Okay, well, if I stay home as a senior, how do I get the food that I need? Who's going to help me get the medicine that I need? Who's going to help me change my bed if I'm unable to do that? How do I do that? So I want to thank Rob for asking that question, and it's one that we must all deal with. And it means to say that we have to.
I'm trying to read the chat. I can't read the chat going by.
The nutrition, the housing, the basic needs that are required for us to survive. And it gets back to the point I think you made, Faz, that in this moment, what we must see ourselves as a nation which comes together, that cares for each other, including the most vulnerable. That is, history will judge us. If we are a greedy pharmaceutical industry who thinks you can profit off of this moment, history will judge you. And I will do everything I can as a United States Senator to prevent that from happening.
You guys want
But
to
this
start
is
posting
the
trending
moment
ads numbers
when
in there?
people said, okay,
Here's a link
how
to
do we
it.
work together to make sure that the most vulnerable, to make sure the middle class, working families, our children, you know, kids turn on the TV, they're scared. They're not going to school right now. How do we make sure that they get the protection, emotional protection that they need to do well in this crisis?
It's a test of our values and a test of what the proper role of a government should be in protecting people. Here's a couple of questions that came out. I'll lump them together because they're similar. From Lily. Thank you, Lily, for your question. Do you think the government is not doing enough when handling this coronavirus epidemic? So maybe think about Trump and his response here. And then the second question is from Colored Pencils 1. How can I convince my parents that this crisis, they don't feel, he says, this person says.
We take one at a time.
Sure.
Let's just start up with Trump. And the answer is, I don't want to waste any time talking about Trump. Everybody in the world knows my views on Trump. But clearly, he will have to bear responsibility for trying to diminish and minimize the impact of this crisis. What an honest leader does is say to the American people, and Angela Merkel did this in Germany, I think, you know, said, look, we got a crisis. She estimated that in Germany, I don't know if she's right or not, some 70% of the people might be infected. That might be high, it might not. But you got to level with the people. And this was a guy who was trying to diminish it. Oh, come April, making absurd remarks, which the scientists and the people of the CDC and the NIH are cringing at. You can't be a president just talking off the top of your head, especially when you don't know anything. So we are behind the 8 ball. We should have moved more aggressively. And right now, as I mentioned, I worry. And again, nobody knows what's going to happen. But I think you got to look at the worst case scenario. Are our hospitals prepared to deal with a huge influx of patients? Are our emergency rooms prepared? You know, tell you the truth, I've been in emergency rooms where it takes you 3 hours to
Where's
get,
the cat?
to break your
Cat
hand.
outside.
Takes you 3 hours to get care.
Cat.
And what happens in the midst of an epidemic? And that's what we got to be planning for. But right now, what we do know is there are certainly not enough ICU units. No one debates that. Is the government now making certain? And by the way, the government must take responsibility and tell manufacturers, or wherever it is that's making these ICU units, you know what? You are going to do it. And don't tell me about your profits. We will support you, we will help you, but you got to produce these things. You got to produce the ventilators. We got to be thinking about how we have the medical staff. We don't have enough doctors. That means maybe using interns, residents, people working under supervision, bringing retirees, retired nurses back into the operation. So the answer to the question is no. Of course, Trump and his administration have not done what they should have to prepare us for this crisis.
Return to the second question, Senator. I'm told, by the way, that we have 100,000 people watching online. So this campaigning in the era of coronavirus. I appreciate this is building our interconnectedness of what this movement is all about.
I appreciate it. You know, as you know, Faz, more than anybody, and as everybody knows, I love doing rallies. We have had unbelievably moving town meetings all over this country, but we can't do that now. So we're going to have to figure out a way to substitute that for this campaign. And that we have 100,000 people already on is exciting.
The question from Colored Pencils, one I referred to earlier, is how can I convince my parents, who don't feel the urgency I do, that this crisis is just a taste of what will happen if we don't enact Medicare for All, humane foreign policy, and the Green New Deal? So I guess the question is, how do we convince others? How do we use this moment to educate those who may not already be there?
Look, it is, I'm not a psychiatrist, but I think it is fair to say that human nature kind of shies away from looking at terrible things. Who wants to look at terrible things? Who wants to? And it's so easy to say, well, you know, yeah, some people are getting sick, this is not that serious a problem. The answer is this is a very, very serious problem. That's not me, that's what the doctors are saying, that's what the scientists are saying. And we have to do everything we can to prevent the spread of this disease. But you know what? Climate change is also a very, very terrible problem. And we're seeing, you know, no one's talking about climate change, now just we're focused on the coronavirus. But what, again, the leading scientists in the world are telling us is that we have a limited amount of time to act aggressively to a Green New Deal, in my view, to transform our energy system away from fossil fuel to energy efficiency and sustainable energy. And we cannot let the greed of the fossil fuel industry decide what kind of planet we leave to our kids and future generations. So we are in a difficult moment. We're in a difficult moment regarding democracy. I mean, you know, we have a president who believes in autocracy, not in democracy. We have Republican governors all over the country who are trying to suppress the vote. We have elections just recently in this whole primary process. What was it in North Dakota? In Fargo, North Dakota, there were pictures of people in 23-degree weather who were waiting online for hours to vote. Do you really have to wait hours to vote in the cold in the United States of America? Can't we do a little bit better than that? In Michigan, there were very long lines. People gave up. I mean, you know. So we got some, to answer your question, we are facing
Go,
a
you know
series
the
of
thing.
very, very significant crises, and we need
We're gonna have
unprecedented
President Go, you
action
know the
right now
thing.
in order to protect our democracy, to protect our planet, to protect the health of our people.
There's been a few questions, and I'll just lump them all together, Senator, about the House has taken some action on a coronavirus piece of legislation. They'll be, I think, coming over to the Senate, and you'll be returning next week to vote on it, and people were looking for what are your reactions and thoughts to that?
My impression is that Nancy Pelosi and the House leadership made a good faith effort to try to do some very important things. I myself would have gone further, but they made that effort. But they ran into opposition from the Trump administration. So they had to water down what they ended up passing in the House, what I suspect will be voting on in the Senate. Among other things is, I gather, that unemployment benefits will be expanded and extended, but not for everybody. Well, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. If you lose your job, you should have unemployment benefits. My understanding is that what they have said is that
Cheers, sativa user.
you will have paid sick leave, but only for companies under, I believe it's 500,000,
500, under 500 employees.
500 workers, right,
Yeah.
500 workers. And that means that companies like McDonald's, where you have a lot of low-wage workers, Burger King, Amazon, Walmart, will not be guaranteeing sick leave to their workers. And these are workers who desperately need that. So that seems to me to be very much inadequate. So those are some of the clear, and thirdly, I understand that the bill will pay guarantees or demands that the insurance companies pay for the testing, but not for the treatment. So what does that mean? I go in, I get tested, I'm positive, and it's gonna cost me thousands and thousands of dollars to get treated, but I don't have the resources to get the treatment. So there are clear deficiencies, and I should tell you all that right now, our Senate staff will be working on legislation to fill those gaps. A legislation that makes sure that all of our people will be able to get the health care and the treatment that they need, regardless of their income, and that we will do everything possible to make sure that people get the financial assistance they need in the midst of this economic crisis, so they are not permanently harmed, that they will be able to maintain their standard of living.
This fire is no joke. Do we need to have more wood, or is this okay?
That's
Okay.
fine.
All
This
right.
is from Florida,
Okay.
doesn't know much about.
I don't know anything about virus. Senator, I guess this is another element of this coronavirus issue that we're dealing with. Maybe we'll take one or two more here and then we'll wrap it up. But one of the questions is about how you will protect gig workers, independent contractors, and restaurant workers in these. And you're actually talking about groups of people who are for the most part, non-unionized, or they don't have benefits, they don't have protections, and
And often not eligible for unemployment as well.
that's right.
All right, so what we are talking about, as we have always talked about, especially at this unprecedented moment, is the universality of the program. So unemployment benefits should extend to everybody, doesn't matter what the status of your, of the work you're doing. You know, you say you're driving an Uber car, or you're working in a factory, what's the difference? You have basic human needs and you've gotta be covered, and that is the same for healthcare. So what we are talking about is bringing forth legislation that will be universal, that will cover all Americans in every aspect of this crisis.
Maybe we'll wrap here and then you can offer some closing remarks after this question, but I think I like this one here from Kelly. Thank you, Kelly, for your question. Senator, what would you say to corporations that are forcing compromised employees, or sick employees, to work, putting their health and public health at risk?
It is unspeakable. It is so crazy. And that speaks to a whole other issue that we have to deal with long term, and that is the extent of corporate irresponsibility and greed in this country. And, you know, what we have seen in recent years is record-breaking corporate profits, while the average worker last year made less than 1% increase in his or her wages. And in terms of this question, CEOs, what are you thinking about? You're endangering yourselves, all right? It goes without saying, I mean, if there's ever been a no-brainer, people who are sick, who may have the virus, should not be going to work.
And you don't know if you have it for 2 weeks.
The illness.
You
the
feel
disease.
fine for
I
2
mean,
weeks.
I would hope that every
I could have
person
it
in
and not
America
know it.
understands that, including the heads of large
All of you could
corporations.
have it and not know it right now.
We need to make sure that all of those workers who stay home are fully compensated, is because if they are not, if somebody says, you know what, I shouldn't go to work,
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I don't feel well, I don't wanna endanger anybody else, but you know what, I need that paycheck, how do I feed my kids? And there are millions of people in that position. So what the federal government has gotta do, what the private sector has got. Gotta do is say, you stay home, and don't worry about feeding your kids, because we're not gonna lose any income.
No, love, I
in
do
this
not
crisis.
drink.
And Senator, if you wanted to offer some closing remarks before we go.
Well, first of all, let me thank everybody for watching this, and we're gonna continue doing these things, because, you know, this is where our campaign is right now. We're not out doing the rallies that I love doing. Second of all, in the midst of both the healthcare crisis and the economic crisis that we're facing, the first thing we have to do is respond aggressively to both crises. Making sure that we do everything we can to stop the spread of this disease. And we have some great doctors and researchers out there. I hope the president can keep his mouth closed for a while.
No, I do have alcohol. I've got alcohol in my house. I don't drink
Not
them.
prevent the doctors from doing their jobs. We need scientists running the show.
Actually,
now,
I'm having a fucking
doctors running the
ribeye
show,
steak tonight for dinner.
and not politicians. Second of all, this is a moment, and one of the questions addressed this, is we have got to be thinking about how we got to where we are and where we need to be going as a country. Not only to be better prepared for crises, economic and healthcare crises like these, but to create a more egalitarian and fair society. And in this moment of crisis, I think people are thinking about that. They're seeing the absurdity and dysfunctionality of the healthcare system. When you just ask me, or a question comes in, that companies are demanding that workers go to work who should not go to work, and it will get other people sick. I mean, those are types of a culture, a corporate
Looks
culture.
like Bernie has a trendy
that we
as
have
ever
got
shirt
to
on.
address. So, let's address the immediate healthcare crisis, let's address the immediate economic crisis, but let's take this moment to be thinking about the kind of world we want to create in the future.
Thank you, Senator. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Just to recap very briefly, tomorrow night there'll be a debate at 8 o'clock on CNN. I hope you'll tune in. It'll be a good one, educational.
I like
And
it. He's like-
then on Monday
he's
night,
all
we'll
like-
try to hold a digital online rally with some music, hopefully on Monday night. And then on Tuesday,
Thank you very much for watching
we
my show.
expect, it seems like
Make sure you
voting is
vote for
gonna
me.
go
Don't
forward in
vote for that
Florida,
clown.
Illinois, Ohio, and Arizona.
Joe
And
Biden,
if you are
he's
in
an
those
idiot.
states, we'd urge you to
Make sure you
watch
vote for
those.
me.
By the way, we should mention that there were some states where those elections have been postponed.
That's right. In Georgia and Puerto Rico and Louisiana, they've moved their elections back because of concern over public safety and health, which we understand.
took a screenshot of Bernie?
We are told that the other 4 states on March 17th will go forward. As of now, who knows? We'll see what happens in a few days. But if they do go forward, we obviously would, if you are healthy, we'd ask you to go to the polls and please vote and then wash your hands.
Well,
Courtney?
let me just conclude by thanking you all for watching what we're doing here, and also to keep the faith on this one. These are tough times. We will get through this. And let us understand that if there was ever a moment in history when we are in this together for all kinds of reasons, this is that moment. Let's stand together. Let's have history look back on this moment and say, wow, despite who is the president, the American people stood up and did the right thing, cared about each other, loved each other, made sure that we all got through this together. So thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Is that better? That's great. Hey, be nice. Sending too many chats. Of course I have, of course I have. Of course I have. Let's go like this, shall we? Ron Placone's live right now? Bonus points is if he's wearing a no law regarding cannabis shirt. Joe Rogan Fight Companion's on right now too. Joe Rogan's live right now. I love watching the Fight Companion. But you need Kepper to come in and give you the link so you can
Anyway,
get
I
the
mean,
Well, I think that there were other people in the political sphere that actually had some solutions. I mean, you know, you listen to someone like a Bernie Sanders speak, who was talking about, you know, this is why we need a universal healthcare system. This is why we need to make these tests available. We need to get on top of that. I think if someone like a Bernie Sanders was president, he wouldn't be saying stuff like, oh, let's cut the funding for the CDC and then have them come up with their own tests that goes against the international community. He would just embrace the whole thing. You know, Tulsi Gabbard.
Exactly right. That's exactly right.
Yeah, Tulsi Gabbard called for an emergency UBI. You
I
know,
thought
I
that
mean,
was very interesting. Very cool.
totally, and I think right on too. So no,
Yeah, I'm not against giving people
you did see some
money to
other,
live on,
you know, other people
but-
in the political arena that had
Because they
good
can't
things to
work,
say, that
you
had
know?
more solutions to say. Unfortunately, they're not.
But when you give people money, they go out and spend it, right? You want people going out and trying to spend money at stores and being in large groups. Give everybody $1,000 a month, see where they're gonna go. You know, I don't know. No, Jeffrey, that's fair. I mean, that's what's going on. It's you're just saying what's going on, man. You know, it's what you're not supposed to tell people. You know. Oh God, I'm glad I had that water.
With a phenomenal healthcare plan that would fix this. We have one with a horrible healthcare plan. We have one with like no healthcare plan. So, you know, I think for Bernie, you'd never want something like this to happen, but this could be a moment to take the leadership in a one-on-one debate with no jeering Michael Bloomberg crowd there, no audience to give you trick questions, and you could really just hammer Joe Biden on like, what are you going to do in the coronavirus? I think you could actually see a massive momentum shift if he bludgeons. Hate to say that phrasing, but he was a bludgeon, Joe Biden in a debate with a corona question or something. I actually think, look, if Howie Dean could scream like a moron and completely destroy his presidential ambitions, have you seen that video?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I watched it like 10 times because I forgot about it. It's so hilarious.
There's still time for momentum shift.
Yeah.
And that's why when people are saying it's over, like, no, it's not over. There's still time for momentum shift. They haven't even awarded all the delegates yet, which is a whole, different can of worms with election integrity. And of course, we had a mess here in California. And it's interesting. All the messes that have happened are in places where Bernie would presumably do very well. So
quarter of the hour, cannabis isn't just for all. Cheers, everybody.
That all the places that had issues with the machines.
I'm going longer here
lines,
because
these are all
it's
places
look.
that had young people and people of color and all these different groups that usually.
I'm going long here on my shows, guys, for you guys, because I want to give you something to watch or a place to hang out and chat with friends, because we got this fucking coronavirus out there, and there's no reason for us to be out running around. I'm trying to give you an alternative, a reason to stay home and not catch this fucking virus. So longer shows, maybe more broadcasts, but I just want to be here for you all while this is all going on, so... this is interesting. We'll just listen to what these guys are saying. Meanwhile, I think I'm going to start getting my dinner ready.
I think he's just saying that to keep face. But, like when you say that, it's like, who does that? Who does that in a political campaign? Like that'd be like, hey, coach, I really want you to start me a quarterback. I think so-and-so would do just as good a job. Yeah. We'll still beat the opponent. If you start so-and-so, they'll still do just as good. But maybe start me. I don't know. But so that was a huge misstep, and now he's really gotta come back from that. Like I would love to see him go out there, and like the whole my friend Joe thing is frustrating. But what I would like to see, I'd love to see him go out there and just be like, so Joe Biden, you're my friend, and you know what friends do at times? Friends have interventions when it's necessary. So consider this yours. You are not capable of beating Trump. You are not, I thought you could beat Trump, and I think maybe 4 years ago you could have. But
Good.
now
So you guys
can't,
stick around, leave it open, and support me.
Past couple weeks, especially when
and
there's
I'll
a
try to support y'all. All right.
And you're babbling about rivers in Delaware, and your live stream has to get cut after 4 minutes. You don't have the acumen. You don't have the acumen to take on Donald Trump. And if you are the nominee, we are going to get 4 more years of Trump. So as your friend, I'm having an intervention. Something that your family apparently doesn't love you enough to do. And I'm telling you, you got to step down. Because I can beat Trump, and I'm the only one who can. That's what he's got to do. That's what he's got to do. And, that's a situation where he can say my friend Joe all he wants.
Yeah, I think
that he's turning it around.
It was Naminsky Const? She made a plea to Bernie like a couple days ago on her live stream of like, Bernie, like you got to take the gloves off. Not like we're asking you to do an about face on your character, but if the hope and the future of this country is at stake, it doesn't really matter who your friend. I mean, you're talking about the future of this country. You're talking about human lives in Palestine. You're talking about all these things. I would say your friendship takes second wheel to humanity. I mean, I understand where Bernie's coming from, but the problem with Bernie for me, and I love him, is he is very stubborn in his ways, so he's stuck with his message for 40 years. But he also, at times, I think, doesn't maybe take in advice from people like Dave Surratt and some of these people because he's afraid he's going to be villainized. But if you're the anti-establishment candidate, you just have to embrace it.
You have to embrace it because, I mean,
they're going to hate you no matter what you do in life.
That's the thing. That's the thing. Whenever he gives, whenever he does the genuflecting at the altar of Russiagate, whenever he does the unity talk, whenever he does the my friend Joe, I think Joe, it's like, Bernie, a lot of that, like that crowd that you're kind of pandering to, they're going to hate you no matter what.
Yeah.
They're going to hate you no matter what. And some of them, if you are the nominee, some of them still won't vote for you.
You're gonna vote for Trump.
Some of them will vote for Trump.
Yeah.
Some of them will still vote for you anyway. So you gotta just let that go, and instead focus on the people who aren't going to get off the couch. Focus on the people who are undecided, the people who don't really feel like they have an option. Prove to those people you're the true outsider, because he's been doing that. That's something he's good at. That's something he's good at. That's something Tulsi Gabbard's good at. You do that, then you can beat Trump in a general. And you know what? I'm sorry. It's not an attack on character to make the very obvious observation that Joe Biden does not have the mental acumen. I don't know if he has dementia or what it is. I'm not a doctor. But he's definitely not all there, and that's putting it gently. And he would get eaten alive by Trump. And quite frankly, I don't give two shits about his feelings, because his feelings aren't going to save the frickin' climate.
No.
So he's not competent enough to run. Nobody loves him enough in his circle to tell him that and to get him to step down. So Bernie has to on Sunday. Bernie has to take the gloves off and deliver that message.
Favors have already been handed out. I'm sure Clyburn's going to get something big for what he did, and all these other people are ready to get their piece of Joe Biden.
Oh, yeah.
And it's going to be like the old dynasty stories of like the completely senile, out of it, even like a Claudius from Rome who's completely incapable, and it's the people around him that are really running the show because he's completely senile, and he has no real, he's just going to be a literal figure of the state. He's going to have no real, they're not going to let a guy like that fucking make decisions. He's going to have people around him making all his decisions.
So imagine any kind of executive order he might have to give. Imagine some kind of pandemic where he would have to give some kind of executive order. I mean, it's...
Who's he going to turn to? The health insurance lobbyist in his campaign and all these other people that he's giving...
And Comcast.
And you know what? I don't like, we don't even need to preface that we don't like Trump, but Bernie could learn one thing from that campaign, which is not the fear-mongering, but the exposing the failed political system. He should be exposing the Democratic Party and not even attempting to try to play by their rules.
You guys, I don't know why I have such a bad connection.
And
Let me see if I've got other shit open. Here, I've got a couple of pieces of software open. Hold on a second. Where's my cell phone?
a person like Trump, who is despicable, did that and still managed to win the Republican. He won. I mean, he won doing that. Even
because we're in an outsider era.
Yeah,
in Trump, he's not the only way Trump's an outsider is because instead of being the politician being bought, most of his life he was the person doing the bot. Yeah. That's the only way he's an outsider. So he's not an outsider at all.
Thank you, Nick. I appreciate that very, very much. I find this other camera that's plugged in. I think it's behind the desk on an extension cable.
But he was able to speak the language, and people bought into it. So Bernie, someone who is an actual political outsider, who
Where is it? Oh, there's a few things back here. Where is that extension? Here is the extension. Here it is.
While he has been in politics for a long, long time, he has always operated as an outsider. He hasn't been in the Democratic Party. So it's like, yeah, you really got to embrace that and be that guy, Bernie, because that's what got you to this point. But
Get the camera. That's what we love about him. If we wanted another run-of-the-mill,
so you guys can see me in the kitchen. I'm gonna run this other camera.
Sort of like.
Let me turn their quality down. I don't know why it's such a bad connection. Let's go down to 240. See if that helps. And then I'll get the second camera up. Beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful. Rogan. Rogan laid down right on the camera cable. Okay, let's just get rid of that. We'll just go to cooking with Nay. How's that? You guys just want to do cooking with Nay? We don't need Ron. Close some of this coronavirus bullshit windows up. Okay, and maybe I'll just use a little piece of tape here to hold the camera down. Like, there we go. What do you think about that? Okay, now, if I had a floor mat, which I just happen to have right here, just put it right over that, so it's not affecting anything. And now we'll go like this. That's not holding on, is it? Oh, it didn't stick to the camera. But we can still go like this. Okay, cool. We're good. We're good? Are we good? Great. We're gonna cook the perfect steak on a frying pan instead of out on a grill. Now, usually the perfect steak is done on a grill, of course, but I'm gonna do this indoors. It's cold outside. I don't want to fucking go out there on the grill and fire it up and do all the bullshit. Clean off the grill and blah blah blah. So I'm going to. I don't eat supper, Debbie. We call it dinner in the year 2020. Okay, it's called fucking dinner. Jesus fucking Christ. What are you, in a time machine back there? Supper. We're eating supper. We're gonna eat some supper. Back here in Little House on the Prairie. Little House on the Prairie is gonna eat some supper. No, we have dinner. We have fucking dinner up in the trendies. That's what we're eating. Supper. Such a funny word. Supper. Alright, this is what we're gonna do. Alright, hey! First thing we're gonna do, wash our hands. Yes. Always have our hair tied back, wash our hands. We're gonna be handling food. Supper. You gonna eat some supper? Oh boy, that water is cold. I might want to leave my water on here, and then so I can freeze my pipes. Holy shit. Wow. All this stuff has to go into my compost bin. That's why it's all sitting up here. Some nice warm water. Okay, cool. Got a couple of dishes here. Just get them out of the way while, I'm right here. No big deal. Just take me a second to wash them off. Make them special nice. Special nice. Put them on the drying rack here. Okay. So I've got a boneless ribeye steak. Boneless ribeye steak. Alright? Bone out. I don't like having the bone in my ribeye. So it's bone out, boneless. Got a couple pieces of silverware here. I gotta clean those off as well. My dishwasher's not working right now. I don't know which breaker it is. So, all right, this is what we need. All right, a bone removed, boneless, in other words, ribeye steak. That's what we're starting with. Okay. You want to get it out of the fridge, you've defrosted it, and you want it to be room temperature, right? So you just want to let it warm up a little bit and kind of get room temperature. And I thawed this out yesterday, And it's always better to do it over time instead of to thaw it out. If it's taking out of the freezer, it's always better to not freeze them at all. But if it is frozen out of the freezer, you thaw it out over time instead of like just nuking it in the microwave on the defrost. Okay, this is what we're going to do now. I'm going to show you what we're going to be putting on that ribeye. Most importantly, is right here. Lee & Perrins Worcestershire sauce. We're going to be using this, right? Okay. Now, this is one of the first things I put on, right? You want to put your liquids on first because you don't want to rinse off your spices and your seasons. So we're going to just go ahead and liberally just put plenty of that on. Put it on the sides, rub it all around. You've washed your hands. Okay, flip it over, put more on this side, just cover it up. Get that Worcestershire all over. Okay? We're going to use this a little later while we're cooking it too. We're also going to be using a little butter. But that's going to happen later. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to pull some butter out. We've got some butter right here. Okay? Now, get that Worcestershire all over the place. I'm going to show you the seasonings that I've chosen. You can do any kind of seasonings you want or none whatsoever. Of course, we will be using the classic salt and pepper, right? I've got salt and pepper. We're going to be using some of that. Okay? I've got oregano and basil. We're going to be throwing some of that in. Oregano and basil. We're also going to be using Lawry's seasoned salt and Montreal steak. That reminds me, Bill Lowry asked me to unban him. I think I got him blocked on the restream. Bill Lowry. She's Lowry's seasoned salt. So let me see if I can unblock him. Let me see if I can unblock him really fast. I'm thinking about. Hopefully you guys can hear me in there. Okay. Let me see. Okay, here we go. Bill Lowry. Bill Lowry. Filtering. He sent me a message. Bill Lowry. Bill Lowry! Bill Flow. Okay. There you go, Bill Lowry. Welcome back, Bill Lowry. Bill Lowry. Bill Lowry. Bill Lowry. He's back. Bill Lowry's back. Okay, so let's go back here. All right. Now we move on to our seasons, man. So, get some of that Worcestershire off of there. Actually, we don't have too much on there for right now. But let's just go with the classic salt and pepper. I don't want to use too much salt. Just a little bit right there. And you can go as much pepper as you want. As much pepper as you want. It's fine. Put on the sides. Put on the top, bottom, whatever. Get crazy with it, okay? You get crazy with the pepper, okay? That's going to burn right into it. We're going to throw on, we're going to put the oregano and the basil on last. So we're going to put on some Lawry seasoned salt now. Not crazy with it. Just a fair amount here. Lawry seasoned salt. We're going to leave that open because we're going to use that again on the other side. Now we've got our Montreal steak seasons. Very important. Montreal steak seasons. Lawry seasoned salt, Montreal steak seasons. Use plenty of this. Okay? You get crazy with this. Okay? Now, go ahead and you can press down. Once you put the Montreal steak seasons on, press it down into the meat. Okay? Press it in. You want to embed it. Okay, once it's embedded, we rinse our hands off here. Once it's embedded, Now put on your oregano and your basil if you're going to use any of that. Okay, not a lot. You don't have to get crazy. A little bit there. We're going to leave that open. The oregano, now the basil. A little bit of that. Okay? Now, flip it over. Flip it over. Rinse off. A little bit here. Okay, and do the exact same thing to the other side. Don't overdo it. You're putting a lot of seasons on here, so you don't have to use a lot. It's kind of like when you're doing nutrients in the grow, right? If you're doing a lot of nutrients, different brands and stuff, you don't use a lot of anything. You use a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Pepper is the exception to the rule, though. You can always go crazy with pepper on anything. If you like pepper, you use a lot of it. You're not going to hurt anything. Remember, this side's already got the Worcestershire on it. Okay, lots of pepper I like. Okay, now we can set that aside. We can do our Lowry's and our Montreal, McCormick Montreal 660s. Now remember, press it in. Embed it, and that will flatten down the steak as well, which is good. Flattening it out will, you'll cook it faster by spreading that meat out like this, tenderizing it, okay? And rinse off here. Anytime you touch that, just quick rinse. Now, we can put these aside. We're not using them anymore. Okay, we don't need that. And we'll put a little bit of basil. And a little bit of oregano. Great. Put those back. We don't need those anymore. Now, we are looking good here. Salt and pepper, so we're going to put those away. Great. Now we've got a frying pan here. We're going to fire that up. I got to turn my fan on. Fire up the frying pan. That'll just take a second. Now I'm using a small frying pan. I'm just going to throw some olive oil down on it. Just a little bit of olive oil. Okay. We're going to get that nice and hot. Now, we still got our butter, right? We got our butter. We still have our Worcestershire. Okay? If you want to have anything else, like some toast or whatever, now's a good time to get it ready. I think I'm going to take a peek in here and just see if I got anything. Yeah, I think I'm just going to have the steak. I think I'm just going to eat a steak by itself. I don't really have anything to have with it. So, looks like I'm just having a steak, which is fine with me. All I need is a freaking steak. Hey, let me tell you, I could put some corn in. I could maybe have some canned corn or something. Let me see what I got. Yeah, I got some corn here. I'll just have some corn with it. Sweet corn. Take some of this corn. Got a little pot here to put the corn in. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, we'll take the corn, pour that in a pot here, and now we'll just heat that up over a medium heat. Grogan, did you eat all your food already? You son of a gun. Yeah, Grogan ate all of his food already. Okay, now, we got our frying pan nice and hot. We got our olive oils all melted around the bottom and everything. And we're ready to throw our steak on. So let's do that. Listen to that sizzle! I love saying that. Now, when the steak is on, you can add a little bit more Liam Perrins Worcestershire sauce. Now's the time to do it. If you're going to put more on, now's the time to do it. So we're just going to put it here and there. And when we flip it over, we're going to put more on the steak as well. So I've got my pan here. Now remember, never cross-contaminate. Once you're done seasoning your steak, you have to get rid of this, but you have to rinse it with hot water and soap and everything because you don't want to cross-contaminate. Remember that. Okay? So we're just going to put some Joy soap on here. If we're going to use that plate again, we would make sure that it's completely decontaminated. With any of the raw meat stuff that might be on there, you want to keep your eye on the steak. You don't want to overcook it now. So, when I eat a steak, I like to kind of class things up a little bit. So I'm going to use my nice, I'm going to use a nice plate. Because when I eat a steak, I like to use the nice dishes. So I'm going to grab one of these, the nice ones, which is, I really don't have to worry about cross-contaminating now. So, in the meantime, I'm just going to clean up this countertop right here. Where we were working and stuff. Get this all cleaned up. Now we're going to look at that steak. Now I'm looking at the steak and I want to make sure, my corn might be a little too hot there. We'll turn that down. There we go. I want to make sure that it's cooking from the bottom up, and then I'm just going to flip it over one time. Right? You only flip meat one time. Try to cook it as much as you need to from the bottom. It's usually about 3 to 4 minutes when you want it medium rare, and I like mine medium rare. Really rare. So, I'm just going to clean this countertop up here. That's nice. Look at that. Okay. Now, we're going to get our tongs out. We're going to get some tongs so we can flip this bad boy. And now we've got some butter. We don't want to forget about that. So, one thing you can do is before you flip, go ahead and take a little pat of butter and throw it on the top of your steak and let that melt in. You're going to flip that over though, remember that. And now we're cooked pretty good on the bottom, so I think I'm pretty good now to flip. I'm going to go ahead and flip the steak over. There we go. Looks really good. Now I want you guys to see what this looks like. You can see what my steak looks like as I flipped it over. This has got a nice char to it already on the top there. Okay? Okay, so let's get that back on the flame. Huh? This bad boy's almost done. 3 more minutes like that and it's medium rare, just the way I want it. I'd go ahead right now and take another little pat of butter. You don't have to get crazy with it, just about 1/8 of an inch slice. And put that right on top. Now, take your Worcestershire and a couple more splashes on the top there. And that's it. Now you can take the Worcestershire. I keep it in the refrigerator. I have a gallon of this in the cabinet, but I keep this refrigerated. Okay, put that there. Now I'm going to have a nice iced tea with this. So I'm going to grab my iced tea right now. I put my butter away. Okay. And this steak is almost cooked. The corn is done. Corn is done, I believe. So we got some corn, we got this. I was gonna have some toast, but I realized I had a loaf of bread. I believe there's a loaf in here somewhere, but I don't think it's, no, maybe not. Maybe not. I'm out of breads. I'm gonna have to go to the store and get some more breads. I believe. I see peas. I've got peas. I see peas. I see peas. But I gotta go buy bread. That's what's up. Alright, now we're gonna take this butter and just kind of move that around. Get that all melted there. Because this steak is just about done. I'm gonna have that butter all over the whole piece of meat. And once we're done spreading that around, if it's not all melted on the top of the steak, you can move that down into the frying pan where it can just kind of melt as kind of like a sauce. And then you can pour that on. Because you've got a really nice sauce down there. Alright, this steak is cooked to my satisfaction. I'm pretty happy with it. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to put it on the plate. Okay, I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to take all my little juices here from the frying pan. I'm going to pour that right on top, the butter and Worcestershire and all the oils and all that. Goodness, goodness. And then there is some stuff on there still. A little bit of this burnt Worcestershire, and it is just so delicious. I put that right on top of the steak. Now my corn is over here, it's done. We can go ahead and turn this off, lower that down. So let's go ahead and get maybe one of those, look at Roky's right between my legs, it's so cute. He's like, don't forget about me. Okay, we're gonna turn that off. And we're gonna get a ladle here. I don't think I've got a ladle with holes in it. I thought I did, man. Hey now. I don't know what happened to my ladle with holes in it. Oh, here we go. Got it. So I got a ladle with holes, perfect for the corn. So we'll just grab some of that. Put that right there. Now with the corn, I can take a little bit of pepper right now. Put that on there. I've got a very special kind of pepper. These are pepper corns, and this grinds it up fresh. And boy, oh boy, does it smell, it's just got such a bouquet. And a little bit of salt on the corn, not too much. Just a sprinkling on the top, just a sprinkling for the May Queen. It's just a sprinkling for the May Queen, that's all. Okay, now, if you want a sauce, a barbecue sauce or something like that, I'll go ahead and I'll see, I think I've got like maybe an A1 or something in here. Yeah, here we go. We've got, oh yeah, we've got A1 steak sauce, just in case we want to use that. And so we've got, let me show you what we've got here. Cooked up a nice steak. And, wow, huh? Wow, look at that. Look at that. Let's go on in here. I'll grab a napkin. I've got my fork and knife, napkin, drink, my A1. I've got it on my pretty plate here. And we'll just come in here. Rogan's like, oh man, really? Rogan's like, what's up with that though? Rogan's all, what's up with that? How about you now? Okay, there we go. Alright. Let's move this over here. And, yeah, man. I think that's perfect, actually. I think we're good. Are we good? Let's try it. Let's see how well we cooked it. Just take a slice right into it. Yeah, man. I got it. Nice and juicy coming out of there. Oh. No, no. Rogan, no. Yo, bro, what up? I seen you kicking ass on Twitter, bro. Oh my god. I gotta show you guys. Look at this. What? It's really juicy. Rogan knows if he goes away from me, I'll give him stuff. That is all fat. Oh yeah, you love that, don't you, buddy? Wow, that is just perfect right there. That is a perfect piece of meat right there. Oh my god, there's no fat on this one. It's just like all pink in the middle. Now, when I cook that on the grill, it is just a little bit better. But man, this is good. You can cook a fantastic steak on a frying pan. If you cook it right. Look at that. Look at the juices dripping off of that. Man, I got a little piece of fat with that. Oh my god, that's so good. It burns so nice. just, oh god, it's the tastiest part. But I try to give that to the dog now. Ribeye steak, huh? What do you think about that, Roro? Pure fucking beef. Oh my goodness. Nope. Nope. That's not how you get food. No, you're not watching me eat. I'm watching you type, Zach. Better than going out and getting the fucking Wuhan virus. I've got more here for him, but he just needs to chill out. I don't give it all to him at once. He needs to learn to wait his turn. You're gonna love this, buddy. I got some good food for you coming up. Look at that little medallion. Wow. Oh. Oh. My goodness. Wow. Man, I feel sorry for my neighbor. He's got to go out and get dialysis once a week. And he's got to sit in a room with other people and be exposed to that. And he has no choice. He has to do it to live, you know? No. Just got one of those burnt pieces of Worcestershire with the spices on it. Oh my god. You're gonna get plenty, don't worry. It's coming. Not now, but in a minute. I was just giving you a preview. I know. I gotta tell you, the sweet corn's freaking great with this. It's just like, it only took a few minutes to cook this, and it's just so freaking good. Protesting. You are. Protesting you are. Donald Trump got tested for the coronavirus? Huh. I just did a cooking with Nate video. Like, it's all for you right there, buddy. I'm gonna have this piece. Definitely worth it. Scrape out the burnt Worcestershire. As long as you don't overburn it, that stuff, it tastes so freaking good when you bite into it. Good boy. See, Rogan got to my side, so I'll feed him over here. As long as he's not in my face begging, I'll give him food. I'll hook him up. That was a tender little diddle, wasn't it, buddy? Oh, bonus for you. Look what you're about to get. Holy shit. What? What? You love that, don't you? Where do you get this other piece, though, Bray? Oh, my goodness. Hell yeah, Jazz. this is all me right here. Rogan's got all this. Rogan, you're gonna be loving that, buddy. You ready? Are you ready, buddy? Oh my God. Here, let's do this on the kitchen floor because it might get a little messy. Wow. Wow, he's loving that. I'm loving it. Yeah, can I do a dab, Nay? No, Nay, can I do a dab? That's Pro Dragon. Yo, Nay, can I do a dab, dude? Yo, dude. Yo, Nay, while I'm cooking. Yo, Nay, are you gonna do your cooking with Nay videos again, bro? Pro Dragon. Yo, Nay, you gonna do your cooking with Nay videos, bro? You guys, that was heavenly. That meal I just had was freaking heavenly. It could have been better, but it was fucking fantastic. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna have to say on a scale of 1 to 100, I would give that a... I've gave it a fucking 99. It's so close. You know, if I had a dinner salad with it, with a nice dressing, or a vegetable other than corn, or even some bread and butter, just nice bread and butter, it would have been 100. I'm telling you, it was so fucking good. Doesn't matter that, I mean, it could have been better, but it was already 100. It was like already almost 100. You know what I'm saying? God. I think there's room to expand past 100% great. So, I mean, I'm telling you, that was just about it right there. You got me thinking about that Pinot Noir. I used to drink that Pinot Noir. Pinot Noir. Pinot Noir. Wine. With a steak like that, I would have loved it. You know, I had it in the house, you know, I had a few, but they're probably gone now. I don't know. My friends come and go, and people get into them and whatnot. But that would have been the kind of meal that I would have enjoyed a glass of wine with. A glass of that Pinot Noir. Pinot Noir. Are you coming here to say thank you? Did you come here to say thank you? I enjoyed the meal, Daddy. It was really good. Yeah. You've given me lovies. He says love. That was good. I love that meal. You cooked the steak, and then I got to eat the fat, and I got to lick all the salties and the pepperies. You got water? You got water, right? I gave you 2 dishes of water. You want to come up here with your daddy? You want to come up here with your daddy? You want me to pick you up? We just ate. You don't feel like being picked up right after you ate, do you? What do you want? You want to go outside? No? You just saying thank you. You just here to say thank you. He's right here. He's so cute. You're so cute. Oh my goodness. Beazle. Beazle, is your head getting wider? I think your eyes are getting further apart. My little Beazle. My little Beazle. Come up here. Come up here with your daddy. Come up here with your daddy. Bees. Bees. Ladybugs are good. Oh, bees ripped up my napkin. I didn't realize bees ripped up my napkin. Look at that. Bees. 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 Did you rip up my napkin, bees? What'd you do? Bees. What'd you do? What did you do? Did you do that? Did you do that? He's like, yeah, it's what I do. He's like, it's what I do. He's like, are you confused about what I do? You can't leave a tasty napkin laying around. I'm going to rip it up. Tasty napkins. Look at my bees. Look at my bees. Ah, that's my bees. That's my bees. That was my bees. What? Hey, it's 7:10, everybody. It's 7:10 with my friend. 7:10 and time to enjoy all the cannabis too. Hey, everybody. Let's get high and avoid the coronavirus. We don't need no Cyrus to tell us what to do. No, we're going to do a dab and let that flow. Go on down the road with the trendies. Bring your friendies. Tell them all. We're going to have some fun and have a ball. That's right, with the trendies. We're getting our torches hot. We're going to do those dabbies a lot. We're going to have some fun with our friends and trendies. Ah, sniffy, sniffy, sniffy. What was that? What was that? What was that noise? Sniffy, 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 sniffy. I have you on the intercom in my kitchen, and it sounds so bomb because you're trending. Hey, bring the microphone this way, and everyone will hear him say, we're gonna do a dab, 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 dab. We're gonna do a dab, 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 dab. We're gonna do a dab, dab, dab. We're gonna get all excited and do a dab. We're gonna do a dab. Going in hot, we're gonna do a dab. Why not? We're gonna do a dab. Going in hot, gonna do a dab. Why not? Going in hot. Going in hot. 7:10. That's what I said, my friend, my friend, my friend. All right, no law regarding cannabis. Cannabisism, tis for all. Cheers, everybody. Remember what the shirt says? You can get these right there, trendyasdevers.com. They wear great. Thank you, Nick. Put some paint oil on that fingernail that I ripped up off my finger. I'll have cannabis incoming enough for the quarantine. Blayhoo! That's great news. My goodness. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. That was relaxing after that nice steak. I need to take Rogan out for another little walk. Do you guys mind if I do that? Maybe I'll, let me see if there's something going on YouTube that's interesting. Watching Netflix over here. YouTube. Jesus Christ, Ron Placone is still alive. Is he? It's a long ass show, son. Let's check and see if he's really still alive. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom.
Together. Lucy says meow. I
Oh,
say peace. Peace.
he's done. It's over. Okay, it's over. They just ended. Just now. Right when I tuned in, they fucking ended the show. Isn't that funny? The chat's still going crazy. Huh. Let me see if I can find something else for you guys. Hey, quarter of the hour. Cheers. I could show you the flat Earth. ISS live stream. That'd be cool to watch. That's cool to watch while you're chilling. Here, watch this. If I stole somebody else's wave to fly up, if I rose up, let's go 720. Fuck it. And I'm like I said, I'm gonna take Rogan out for a little walk and let you guys I'm gonna let you guys watch that. Those views are pretty cool, dude. Look at those views, man. It's like I don't want to be in the way. Here, I'm gonna go up here because even that view on the left is cool. I don't want to block that either. So you guys enjoy this. This is the live feed from the International Space Station. Send this link to anybody who tells you that the Earth is flat. And say, well, why don't you watch a goddamn video from the space station live right now? And you tell me how flat it looks. Okay, you fucking idiots? Alright, let me take my little doggy out for a walk. Because it's cold. And it's only going to get colder. And I need to do this right now. I took him out already, but I need to take him out one more time. And, call it a night. Like I said, I don't want to go out there. I could let him out like after 8 o'clock. I don't have to worry about him really running off that late. But right now, it's still with the daylight out. He knows. He wants to go out. I want to go out. We're going out. All right, we are going out. I just need to get your leash on you, son. Come here, you. Come here, you. they change the view? That's crazy. All right, cool. Oh, here. This right here. Take this stuff. Put that over here. Clean it up. Take my jacket off. Yeah. Put that right here. All right. Okay, did you guys enjoy that? Oh, yeah. Just while I was gone walking the doggy. Thank you for being patient with me. Yes. Just had to walk the dog. And he did have to go, and he took care of his He took care of his business, which was good. Quarter. Not bad. 8 minutes. I walked almost all the way to the spot that I cleared out and back. And it's only a fucking 4-minute walk and back. That's cool. I'm only pausing to let the dog go to the bathroom. That's fantastic. I did that whole round in 8 minutes. And that's cool. It's not that far from the house. It's just a 4-minute walk away. But it's starting to snow outside. Little tiny snowflakes. Hey, you. Hey, you. How you doing, buddy? Did you have fun? I know. You're a good boy. He's got one white hair on his back. What's that all about? I'm gonna pluck that thing, man. Get some tweezers. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna pluck that hair. One. Whoa! He just tripped over the camera cable. Okay, here. It's okay. It's okay, you're fine. You're fine. You knocked the camera down. You're fine, buddy. Don't you worry. Okay. Rogan's acting so funny. He's like, what's up with that? What's up with that fucking floor mat all rumpled up there? Hey, you're back here again? What are you doing? What's up? You being social? You being social? You're asking me a question? Like, Daddy, I got a question. I'm here. I'm asking. What's up? Come up here. Come here, Rogan. He's like, fuck you. Come on. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. He ain't having it. Yo, Chuckles, what? An AD loop glitch? What's that? I have no idea what you're talking about. Chuckles, just can't look at him. He wants to play with his toys. Look at him. I'm gonna play with my toys. Yeah, I got toys to play with. What you got, Rogan? What you got? What you got, Rogan? Rogan, what you got there? What you got? What you got, buddy? When he holds his head sideways like that. So cute. Oh, so vicious. Oh, he pretended to bite me just now. I don't know what an ad loop glitch is. I don't know what the ad loop glitch is though. He's acting crazy. God, you make weird noises, man. It triggers my dog. He fucking wants to kill some shit right now. Kill them, Rogan. Kill them all. He starts fucking grabbing motherfuckers by their throats. Fucking ripping out goddamn jugulars. And won't let you into the stream. Oh. Oh, you're like, finally. I see what you're saying. You couldn't get into the stream. I see. I thought you were like, celebrate. You're like, finally. Oh my God. That steak made him loco. Yeah, he's got that goddamn the energy of the goddamn the flesh. He has the energy of the flesh in him now. All he wants to do is play, don't you, buddy? Don't you? I'm gonna pluck this fucking hair right here. Oh yeah, I'm gonna pluck it. I'm gonna pluck it. I'm gonna get it stand up straight. I'm gonna get my little tweezers right over there. I'm gonna pluck this one fucking white hair on your back. If I could just get you to be straight for just 1 second. Oh, he fucking moved. It's like he knew what I was doing. Fuck it. Can't get it. Drive me crazy. Don't do it. Got it. I got that one fucking white hair on Rogan's back. It was driving me fucking crazy. Yeah, now he looks perfect. Goddamn right. No likey the Addy. All right, guys. Well, listen, I kept it together for you for as long as I could. I don't like it when my numbers drop under goddamn 20. Give it another minute and see what happens, but I want you guys to stay home as much as possible, avoid contact with as many people as you can, and just, you know, make a couple of sacrifices for the better good. Okay? All right. All right? Okay. Okay? All right. All right. It's all right. It's all right. It's okay. Okay? All right. Anything you need to know is right here, guys, at trendyasdabbers.com. That's where you can get the oil, learn how to make the oil, and learn how to grow 4 pounds outside. I'm out of here, you guys. Have a nice evening. I will see you guys later on the next one. Bye, guys. Yeah, I'll see you guys on Twitter. Trendy As Dabbers on Twitter. I'll see you guys on Twitter. Trendy As Dabbers on Twitter. Bye, guys.